Hey, my parties, my lovelies. I know you're doing good, so I know you want to get into the topic at hand. We're about to do that. Party is just alleged tea, or we gossip and just talk about down below what we feel about a topic. That's it. That's all. Well, obviously, we have a lot to talk about, so we're going to get right into it. We're going to talk about Jazz, relationship with Flo, Nuni, responding to Life with Tay, responding to a situation with Jazz. It's a lot to uncover, a lot to unpack. So, yeah, that part, let's get into it. So, apparently, Carena got her ass beat trying to beat somebody else's and got beat. That's all I'm going to say. The face looked sad, looked stressed. But I'm going to just say this. I wasn't there. And I don't condone domestic violence. But I also don't condone a female putting her hands on a man and then being nervous when he touch her back. I'm going to say that. Okay. Yes, men are a lot stronger than women. Yes, they can restrain you. But at the same time, who are you to think you could ever be the man? And then when you get your ass beat, you want to holler, oh, he hit me. Bitch, stop. Now, don't get me wrong. Every time I seen Carena, I never seen her as a softie. She always looked tough, hard about that life. Even when she was talking about the video, she was looking thug life forever, thug life for real. Like, you will never see me again. And, like, you're going to get everything you deserve. Like, I don't see her as a softie. So, my feelings go to Flo. I hate that he probably about to get canceled. But when I look at Flo, like, he's the guy who takes up for women. Like, he's the guy that don't beat up on women. So for him to put his hands on somebody, it has to be a reason, in my opinion. Even though I was not there, Carena said he was drinking. That was a situation. He can't control his liquor. And if that's the case, I don't see him as a drinker, alcoholic, but I'm not hanging out with him, so I don't know if that's what he does. But she was like, this ain't the first time. I've seen reactions where I feel like I've seen Carena be aggressive. Not saying it was for a long period of time. I ain't saying she whooped his tail. But I feel like she's that woman who, if she gets mad, she hits first, asks questions later. I would say that. And I don't feel it's right to say a man can't hit on a woman, but it's okay to say a woman can hit a man and the man just got to deal with it, put up with it. Like, I don't like that. We need to stop that narrative that it's not okay. I feel like him kicking the door down was overkill, a bit much, but I feel like he must have been trying to get something that was his. I don't feel like he just kicked the door down for nothing. I feel like she had something of his. That's my opinion. Whether if it was a chain or something expensive, valuable, that was my opinion. And I feel like if he came in and saw that she had his item and didn't want to give it back, he probably got upset, because that is not cheap. I feel like that doesn't give him any right to put his hands on her. But I feel like if she put her hands on him, he does have a right to defend himself. And maybe she was kicking his tail and he felt like he forgot that she was a female. If a woman is kicking a man's tail to a point, at some point you got to forget who they are. And sometimes you just switch. You just snap. Not saying it's right, but that's the only thing I can think of. Because why would you kick somebody's door down if you don't want to be with them? Obviously, you kicking somebody's door down because they tried you in the worst way and they about to get motherfucking tried. Because when he was getting that door down, that's not ever a side of Flo that I've ever seen. I feel like Flo is a good guy. Flo is a good man. I hate that for him. I hope he can work this stuff out. And no, I feel like he shouldn't have punched her like he did. But then too, I don't know how she punched him. Now, if she punched him in the same capacity, I feel like some women need to be taught a lesson not to put your hand on men. And I feel like she learned that lesson. Even though she said she hasn't went to the cops and stuff behind it. Part of me feel like she would take him back. Part of me feel like she wants him back. Part of me feel like if he had to act right and return her phone calls, and she said he didn't even check up on me. Do you think I care about abusing, not checking up on me? To be honest, I don't want that the help from that motherfucking again in my motherfucking life. She said this dude has not checked up on me. Do you want him to check up on you, or do you want him to leave you the freak alone because he's aggressive? Be freaking for real. Make your story make sense. Like, come on. Be for real. And then the fact it was Crystal's door that got kicked in. Like, I feel like he had enough respect for Crystal not to have tried to do that unless it was something serious. And I feel like he just wanted his stuff. Not saying there was any stuff over there. That's just my speculation. Because why else are you going to try to get on the other side of somebody's door just to see a female you don't want to see or you don't want to be with and you don't like? I feel like somebody had to have tried you, did something to you, whether they did something to your car. Because I've been a female. I've been there before. I've seen somebody tires before. And the crazy mofo wrote a check from my checkbook and got some new tires. On me, $600. It was a story at the time I was married. Okay, so, but it was because they had tried me first. They had tried me the utmost. They took my car. Yeah. So then they, like, women, like, we do crazy stuff. And then get mad, you know, but everything is a learning experience. Obviously, she went to her because she was worried about him checking up on her. Be freaking for real. Be freaking for real. Somebody beat my motherfucking. You think I'm gonna worry about if they check up on me? That's unless I wanted them to be in my life. So let's be for real. This woman wants him in her life, apparently. Because ain't no freaking way. Ain't no freaking way, bro. And the fact that Nuni stood up for him, like, I commend Nuni for that. Because I never seen Flo as an abuser either. And I never feel like he abused Nuni. And I feel like he was being put out like he just be going beating up BAs. Like, be freaking for real. Okay, that's enough of that story. Because, yes, I'm over it. But hopefully everything works out with them. And that him and FOE can make amends. But I kind of feel like it was justified. Because I don't really ever see Flo just tweaking. Now, I do feel like he be serious about his females and get a little bit overboard defending his females. But this is not somebody he was dating. So I don't feel like he should have been that upset. But I don't know. If he is that kind of person to just be beating up on females, to just be beating up on them, he does need help. I will say that. And I hope he gets the help that he needs. But I don't really feel like that's what happened. But that's not saying that's not what happened. And I don't feel like it's okay, like I said, for female to beat up on women either. And like hit men like dudes and then expect them not to hit you in the same manner to let you know you're not a motherfucking dude. Because somebody had knocked me out. A dude had to hit me in my face so hard because I was up in his face. Like, it just sometimes, and I never have tried a man in that manner, but I still will fight a man, but not to just be like, you know, for no reason. Dudes will not lay you out, period. Okay, and somebody had to teach me that. But I don't know if y'all heard of the situation with Jazz and Tay. Tay recently did a Q&A saying that she wouldn't mind having a sit down with Jazz, her ex. And she kind of was a little, you know, chattery, like smiling and kind of as if she had missed Jazz just a little bit. And a lot of people have speculated, you know, does she miss Jazz? Does Jazz miss her? But it was kind of giving those vibes like her and Jazz are cool. Like she don't got no beef with Jazz. And now that Jazz is single, she wouldn't mind doing a sit down with her. But the point is so much water has gone under the bridge. I don't even know if they would ever do a sit down. But Tay did say she's open to it, more than open to sitting down with Jazz, doing maybe a spicy hot seat, content or whatever. But to me, it was more like sit down and have a conversation. Like a lot was said, a lot was misunderstood. I'm here for it. But I will say this, it's not like it's for love or rekindling or anything like that, even though people would definitely speculate that. But according to Tay, she also said in the same video that she's never been in love before. So if you've never been in love before, then that means she wasn't in love with Jazz either. And I can agree, I can relate. I've never really gonna say that I've really been in love with anybody before, that I've been with anything like that. I just be going through the motions and just have love for people. So all this whole time I thought like her and Jazz had a real love story, a real love thing. But apparently, according to her, it was just a thing. So people like want to see them back together so bad. People want to see them or miss them at one time. One time I did. Now I'm kind of over it because I feel like they're both grown into different people. And I don't even know if it would mesh in the same way or the same manner. But I also feel like Tay does need some help getting her credibility back out there and being in the limelight again. A lot of people I feel like have canceled her or kind of shun her out. And her life kind of has been in shambles at certain times. But then too, the Jazz needs that energy around her. But then too, I feel like she can help Tay get back on her feet as far as her grind. And they could just collab and stuff like that. But Tay also just basically like, she didn't love them pros. Like she basically said she hadn't been in love. And I can relate. But I always thought she and Jazz were in love. So if they were never in love, there's really no point in them ever really getting back together. unless they just do videos, unless they try to see if the love could be there. But if you ain't been in love with somebody like we thought y'all was in love those couple years, those many years y'all was together, I'm over it. Point blank, point period. And now things make sense. You weren't in love. Maybe or maybe not she was in love with you. So it's best to call it quits. Leave it alone. Move on. But hey, content is all cool and dandy. I don't see nothing wrong with getting content or having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. That's all. That's my opinion. Let me know what y'all think down below. As always, thank you for stopping by his house. Please like if you like any part of the video, and feel free to subscribe and join part of our parties, our family, our lovelies. Definitely want to hear what you got to say down below. So comment, because we will have interaction down below whenever possible, whenever we can.